Hi, my name is Joe Weiss. I'm Balance Body's tech support rep. And today I'm going to show you how to set up your brand new trapeze table. What we're going to look for first is a bag that contains hardware. And in that bag there should be 2 eye bolts, 2 finish washers that are concave shaped, 4 flat washers, 2 nylock locking nuts, and then 2 acorn nuts, along with 4 cotter pins and a 3/16 Allen key. To start off with, we're going to grab the 3/16 Allen key and go to the flanges at the end of the trapeze table. There'll be a total of 8, 4 on each end. And we're going to use the 3/16 Allen key to loosen the set screws on each flange. There'll be 2 set screws. What the goal is to make sure there will be no obstructions when you insert your vertical tube assemblies. So we'll loosen all of the set screws. Make sure they're all released far enough out. And then we'll place the Allen key where we can find it again. Next, we'll grab 2 of the cotter pins and we'll go to the push-through bar vertical tube assembly. So we're going to grab the vertical tube assembly with the push-through bar and install it on the end of the trapeze table where there's a vinyl flap. We'll need 2 of the 1/8" cotter pins. We're going to install them in 2 1/8" holes, one on either tube, located about 12 inches from the bottom of the tube. We'll take the vertical tube assembly and slide it right inside of the flanges so that the tube assembly is resting on your cotter pins. Now we'll take the other 2 cotter pins and grab the vertical tube assembly with a slider. And once again we'll install the cotter pins in the 1/8" holes located 12 inches from the floor. And into the flange assemblies. Making sure your cotter pins are seated in nicely. Next we're going to grab our rectangular shaped canopy top. You may need assistance to put this on. It's always better with 2 people. We'll grab the assembly. And you may need a stand on a sitting box to put this on. And what we'll do is we'll set it on all 4 corner posts carefully. And now we have our canopy on. Next, we're going to walk around and tighten some of the set screws. We'll start here at the opposite end of the push-through bar and tighten a couple of the set screws here. Get the ones in the corner. There's no need to over tighten these, just a nice snug tight fit. We'll come down to the push-through bar end. And I like to make sure these are set right. Start here and tighten 1 screw. Go up to the top and tighten 1. And then what I like to do is verify that the push-through bar T-pin slides in and out easily. Next, we'll do the same here. We'll start at the top on this. Tighten one of the set screws on the top flange. Let's check and see. Now our pin's a little tight on this, so what I'm going to do is reset it a little bit. We'll loosen that up, do a little wiggle, tighten it, tighten the corner one, and our pin slides in and out nice and easily. At this point, we'll go around and we'll tighten the rest of the set screws, and we'll be back in just a minute. After you've tightened all 20 set screws, make sure your push-through bar moves freely and that your slider on the other end slides up and down easily. And this one's a little bit tight, so we're going to loosen our set screws and reset that. One thing I wanted to mention was if your room has a lower ceiling and you're unable to put the vertical tube assemblies in, you can always lay your machine on the side and assemble the tubes that way, then put your canopy on top. And we're just going to loosen these up and give us a little shake. And check that it slides down. And there we are. Let's get in a position and tighten it down and reset our set screws. Try one on each flange. Back and tighten all of the 8 set screws that are on this end of the frame. And your slider functions flawlessly. And now we have these extra pieces here we had from before. The eye bolts, which we're going to install in these holes above the vertical slider. You take your eye bolt, slide your concave finish washer on, one flat washer, and we'll take the other pieces in our hand. Install the eye bolt from the inside. A flat washer, then the nylock. And to tighten that nylock, a 7/16 wrench and a screwdriver will work great for this. Stick the screwdriver through the eye bolt, just hold it in place, and tighten the nut down. Once the nut's snug and your eye bolt is parallel with the tube, take the acorn nut, slide it over the top, and give that just a quick twist. Make sure to keep your eye bolt lined up with the tube, and we'll repeat that on the other side. And now to the push-through bar. We're going to install our push-through bar connector. And to do this, you'll have to push the button on your T-pin until the tip of the T-pin is flush with the inner edge of the push-through bar. Install your push-through bar connector and just push the pin in. And push the button. And you have installed your push-through bar connector. And now we'll install our vertical slider. We'll grab the springs, clip them on your eye bolts, and we're going to slide this down to the end so it's out of the way. Now that you've successfully set up your trapeze table, what we're going to do is make sure and remove the cotter pins that we installed in the first step. The reason for this is to stop you from snagging your clothing or cutting your skin on them. Repeat on all 4 sides. They may be a little tight, but they do come out. Save these for another time. You may need these again in the future if you have to adjust or tune anything on your trapeze table. And do remember, the eye bolts that we installed are optional and do not necessarily have to be installed. If you're in need of any other assistance, please contact me at 800 Pilates, extension 219, and I'd be glad to give you further assistance. From all of us at Balanced Body, thank you and have a very nice day.